Okay, so finally, objective 2 of functions is identifying key features of functions. Most of the questions either give you an equation or a picture. Most of them give you a picture, and they're going to ask you to identify the key features of functions. The three things the power focus area is going to ask you to identify is the y-intercept, the x-intercept, and the slope. I have 3 lines over here. My 3 lines are all linear, so they're all lines, and we're going to do these all at a time color-coded. So the first, the purple line, okay, the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So the y-axis intercepts the graph right here. If that's 0, we're going to go down 1, down 2. So the y-intercept is going to be -2. The x-intercept of the purple line, where does it cross the x-axis? Well, it's to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my x-intercept is going to be -4. Finally, my slope. Now, if you remember slope is rise over run, okay? If the line is going downhill, it's going to be negative. If it's going uphill, it's going to be positive. So this purple line right here is going downhill. I'm going to find 2 good points on the graph and figure out how many I gotta go up or down and then over. So look, I got right here and right here my 2 good points, okay? Now, I'm gonna start from the left and move right. I have to go down 1, and then I have to go, that's my rise. Down 1 is -1, okay? And then I have to run 1, 2. So over 2. So my slope is -1 over 2. And like I said, that's correct because it's going downhill. Okay, let's do the green line. Green line, y-intercept, crosses the y-axis right here, if you could see that. Okay, that is going to be at above 1, so that's a +1, 1. Okay, the x-intercept. The x-intercept, where's it across the x-axis? Somewhere right around here. That looks like a point, I'm going to say 0.4. Okay, you go ahead and estimate that if it's not in a great place. Negative, yeah, -0.4. Thank you. Okay, and finally the slope. I'm going to find 2 good points. And when I say good points, guys, I mean where do they like hit where the grid is going to hit both up and down and right? Where do they hit the line? So that's a good point. That's a good point. They got to hit the corner of the grid. Okay, so I'm going to start left and move right. I have to rise how many here? 1, 2, 3. And then I have to run 1. Okay, so that's going to be 3 over 1. Okay, the cool part about that, guys, is we don't always write our slope as 3 over 1. If I divide 3 by 1 on the calculator, I'm just going to get a 3. Okay, and I'm going to write that as a whole number. Finally, the red line. Okay, y-intercept, where's it across the y-axis? We're going to do this one really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, -6. Okay, x-intercept over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regular 6. Okay, finally the slope. I got a lot of good points here. A lot of good points. I'm going to go up 1, over 1. Okay, my slope is going to be 1 over 1. That is a whole number. 1 divided by 1 just gives me 1. Let me double check, is it positive or negative? The red line is going uphill, it's going to be positive.